many times. I was expecting trumpets, whole choir. Is it? Oh, damn it. Yeah, I practiced it a million times.
Well, Israel, it has been a whirlwind ride to the top for you, and you've achieved champion status in very quick order. Give me an idea what the emotion is like for you right now to get this done.
Emotions. I displayed a lot of it in the octagon after the fight, during the fight. What it's like. It just feels right. I mean, like I said, I'm making a documentary, so that fifth round, if I got that finish, that would have been sick. But it is what it is, as Bless would say. So, yeah, that was cool. I don't like to fight like that often, but you need those. You need those so you can know you can go to that place. Even at the end of the fourth round, Eugene said, go to that place. Because I've been there before in trainings when it's put on you by 6, 7, 8 guys. And I knew if they couldn't break me, one man couldn't break me. And he's one tough man.
It was a phenomenal fight, and you were definitely tested and proved your worth in there tonight. What were you feeling physically, thinking, mentally as this fight was unfolding? I mean, did you expect to be drawn into that kind of battle? Did you feel that he was going to be able to test you that way, or was it shocking to you a little bit to get pushed like this?
It wasn't shocking. I didn't expect for him to take me there, but I was ready for it. I'm always, and I just knew it. Look, I'm ready for 5 rounds. I just want to keep touching him. I didn't like the fact that he was able to jab me so much, but it's because he rocked me early. And that kind of just got my footwork all over the place, so I wasn't able to set my kicks up the way I already planned, because I had some shit for him. But he caught me early and had me worried a little bit. But I just adjusted, and I was cool. And then I caught him back, and I could see that I was able to start to touch him a little bit more, because when you get rocked, like a video game, it takes away some of your XP or your life points. So I wasn't expecting it, but I was ready for it.
We know Whittaker's going to be next, and Dana just said it's going to be in Australia. Give us an idea how that makes you feel, and when do you think you'll be ready to fight again? And obviously you suffered some damage tonight.
I got some Botox, but yeah, it could be in Australia, but Auckland I think is a viable option as well, and we can push back and forth. Excuse me. Because he is a born Kiwi boy. He's a Muslim. He's representing Australia. But when I'll be ready again, he says August. I say let me go shower first. I like my showers after a fight because, like I said, this is where I get my alone time, and I get to be alone with my thoughts and really soak everything in. And I've got a bigger shower this time because I got the suite, so I can actually lie down and just meditate and think about everything that's just transpired. And yeah, we'll go from there. So right now everything's still fresh. Yeah, I want to be able to just, I don't know, close my mouth properly, and then we'll see.
And last thing for me, of course, you should enjoy the night and get ready for Rob, but John Jones has been kind of coming at you the last couple days.
This is about me. This moment right now is about me and what me and Kelvin did tonight. None of that. I will address that another time, but right now, tonight, it's about me.
Fair enough. Thanks, Izzy.
Congratulations, Izzy. I think that was easily front runner for fight of the year so far. When in that fourth round, it appears that he hurt you a little bit. Were you in danger in that fourth round? Were you hurt?
I was. One thing, he took my feet from under me because I tripped over myself, but my knees were still there. In hindsight, I know later on I'll be glad I went through this because I know why people break. I know why people get wilted, and a lot of people they're weak mentally. When it gets to that point, they want a way out, and I've done it to many people before. I've done it to many men, so I could see he was trying to do that to me, and then he couldn't, so he started to get discouraged. And I adjusted my game. I adjusted my shots. I was throwing straight shots at first, and then I started to curve it and get behind his guard. And my kicks, I wasn't able to set up. I don't know if I heard it because my foot's hurting right now, but I wasn't able to set them up like I'd like to because I had some shit for him with the feet. But my boxing was nice, though, and I was still able to hurt him. I mean, he rocked me once, dropped me once. I rocked him a few times, and I dropped him 4 times. So, and that was some movie type shit, man. Come on. Overcoming adversity in the beginning and then the end of the fight, 5th round, I rocked him how many times, and I'm just trying to finish the fight. I was going for it. That reminded me of one of the circuits we have at the gym called Spider, and the last round is actually that. We're on top of someone, punching them. So I passed the guard, and I just started throwing bombs on him. I got a clean elbow in, and I could hear, stop the fight. So I just kept on throwing, and I didn't care. I wanted to finish him because I was willing to die, so I was also willing to kill.
Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute war of attrition. What are those moments like when you're inside those moments where you guys are just going at it absolutely crazy? Like you said, you're willing to die in there. What is that moment actually like when you're the one in there?
It's hard to explain. Only those who dare, like, put themselves out there like we do will ever experience anything like that. And just in those moments, like I said, I could see why people wilt. And even Eugene told me, you can see on the embedded, he's a guy you just have to break him down. You're not going to get him out of there with one shot, Eugene said. You just have to break him down. And I was, the leg kicks were paying off, slowing him down. My oblique kicks they're working a little bit. But yeah, he blocked all my head kicks, I think. I can't remember. I'll have to have a look at the fight again. But those moments in there, yeah, I can see why people wilt, but I'm not one to quit. I'm strong mentally. I'm bulletproof in the brain. And I'm fucked in the head a little bit. So I just knew you're not going to break me because I've had 8 guys, 10 guys. I was going to say run a train, but in a different way. On me in training. And I'm like, if they can't break me, one man can't break me. And he's a tough one hell of a man.
You know, you talked a lot about after the Anderson Silva fight, about what you learned in that fight, and really just mentally, like sort of the switch that you learned and it flipped in there. What did you learn from this fight and going through an experience like that? Did you learn anything about yourself, I guess?
So I think it was 116, Abu Dhabi. No, that was 112. 116 with Chael Sonnen. Was it 116 or 118? One of them. Thank you. Yeah, Esther. It was 117 with Chael Sonnen that he overcame adversity and submitted him with a triangle in the 5th round. That's some movie style shit. That's some legendary shit. And I'm doing that. I did that tonight, overcoming adversity. And what was the question again? Sorry?
What did
I learn? What did I learn? That's right, yeah. So I take something away from that fight. You can't do that in training because you don't get paid in training, but I take something away from that fight. I can feel myself leveling up already, like a lot. I know he can't break me. I don't think I broke him, but I did a good job of chopping him up and dropping him a few times, more than a few times. And I'm just like, you know me, I gotta take my shower first, build my own thoughts and know what I really think, because everything's still kind of fresh. But I know for a fact I'm the best in the world. I've said this before over and over and over and over again until it's just tiring. I said it before I even got in the UFC. I feel like the best. I know I'm the best, but no one's listening, and I didn't care. Fuck the rest. I just had to do me. So, again, what are they going to say now? Wait till he fights. Wait till he fights. And go on their fucking phones and talk shit. And some of you might as well. But, hey, guess what? I'm proving myself right. I don't have to prove you wrong. I'm proving myself right every fucking time.
My last question. A fight like tonight, it's a star-making type of performance. I'm just curious, how big do you think the Robert Whittaker fight can be?
One of the biggest sporting events in Australasian history, in Oceanic history. And look, he's injury prone. That's the problem. I don't know what they're doing over there at their trainings or whatever, but I mean, even that triangle, I had that triangle nicely tight, but I had to sweep him because I hurt my knee during the camp, and I don't always talk shit about, like what I did, because everyone goes in there banged up. He was probably banged up going into that fight as well with something, but as he was trying to escape, it was tight, and I locked it in. Then, oh, fuck, it just started to hurt me a little bit, so I swept him, and I was trying to drop some bows, because we in the ATL. But then, yeah, he got out, and I stuffed his head and got back up, and I just kept on pushing. And I just knew that 5th round, man, I found something deep. I found like another level. I've been there in training before, but I found another level of just that darkness. And Brad Riddell, he won as well over the weekend in a show in Auckland. But whenever we're training, he says, go numb. He just says, go numb. Embrace the darkness. Embrace the darkness. Make it your friend. And that's what I was thinking. And I just like, we're going to die right here, you and me. Yeah, it's kind of scary to say, but I was willing. I was like, look, if he takes me out, he takes me out. But I'm willing to die right here. So, yeah, all those people saying I can't take a shot, fuck. I mean, come on. He couldn't even put me away. But he's a tough dude, and I don't think he's been dropped that many times in a fight before. Yeah, so yeah, first time for everything.
Yeah, last time.
Israel, first of all, I want to say thank you, man, because you guys lived everything in that fight, and that was an awesome fight. And do you think we're going to see a second fight between you and Kelvin?
I think so. At some point, he's a tough guy. Like afterwards, when I was on top of him, I was throwing bows. Like he sat up, and then we looked at each other like, fuck. It was cool. Like we knew what we did. We knew what we shared in that space, and it was special. And these are legendary moments, man. Legendary moments in time and history. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it. Imagine being me. You know, I posted something today from 1st June 2012 when I was just wearing one of my friends' UFC gloves they bought, and I posted it up. I can't remember what the caption said, but I always just knew I was gonna get to this point and dominate and do what I'm doing now. All this shit I've prepped for. So for me, it's cool. And I think Kelvin, eventually, he's going to climb the ranks again, and I'll have to defend my belt against him.
So were you waiting a tough fight with him, or you think it was going to be a little bit easier than what it was?
Oh, of course. It should have been. It should have been. But he's a tough guy. I thought maybe I'll take him out in the 3rd or in the 4th, but he caught me early. I have to watch the tape again and just know how he caught me. But he caught me early, and that took my XP points down a bit, but I dropped him as well and took his XP point down as well. So I started to accumulate and listen to my corner and listen to what they were saying, you know, finding the shots at different levels, and yeah, fuck, we got it done.
Izzy, how bad was the injury? Was there any risk of not being able to make it tonight?
Not really. It was like what do they call it? Fuck, I can't remember, boy. It was like a tear somewhere in my left knee this time. Not like New York. That was in my right knee. But yeah, I just did the right things, stayed away from it, trained smart, and pushed hard when I needed to. And yeah, I was gonna make it. I was gonna make it, no matter what.
Yeah, what happens from here on that? Is there surgery potentially on the table, or no?
No surgery, nothing like that. I'll probably just keep rehabbing it with my physio and my chiro, and just, yeah, be smart about it. I've got some time off now. I'm actually going to take some time off this time, I swear. I'm not going to fight for a while because I keep saying, I'm going to go, I'm going to go, and I'm like, oh, okay. But this one, I mean, he's kind of forced me to take some time off.
Yeah, definitely. And you kind of went over a little bit when you were talking about the fight, but you showed a lot more of your skill set tonight, your ground game, all that kind of stuff. Does it feel good that you kind of, aren't just looked at as just a pure striker now? You show, you almost submit him on a couple occasions.
They're still going to say I'm a striker. They're still going to say, oh, Kelvin was in the 4th round, so he would have been tired, rah. You didn't even see my takedowns, though. No one's seen my takedowns or my takedown attempts. Just bits and pieces. I'll just show you guys just what you know, what you need to know about me. So, yeah, they can keep saying whatever they want, and I'll keep doing me. Me and my team will keep doing us. And yeah, that was sick, man. I wish I got that guillotine. That was nice, tight. He bailed on everything. He bailed, like eject, get the fuck out of there. He tried, and yeah, I think I might have synced those up together as well nicely. I can't remember, but I have to watch the tape. But yeah, it was cool. I get the jiu-jitsu, my friend. Don't worry.
And a couple more. I saw the photo from backstage of you and Kamaru Usman holding your belts together. What did that moment mean to you? What did he say to you after the fight?
We're just chopping it up in pidgin English. And I just told him, look, they've taken a lot of gold away from Africa. It's time we take gold back to Africa. So we're going to take these golds back to Nigeria and flex on them, let people know we out here.
And last thing, Dana was in here and he said that you became a star tonight, and it seems like big things on the horizon for you. I'm sure a lot of things are going to come your way. A lot of people are going to come, out of the woodwork. How do you plan on handling that, and how is life going to change for you from here?
I've been prepping for this for so long. They've been waiting in the wings, all the snakes, all the vultures, and it'll be no different. I mean, it'll be no different. They stay waiting. They're like, oh, okay, what can we get from him? Look, I don't mind being used, you know? I just don't want to be misused or abused. Because if you can't be used, then you're useless. So if someone wants to come through and make some work, then bring something to the table that's substantial, and then we can work. No free rides over here.
Amazing fight all around. Right here, Israel. Amazing fight and just incredible performance. Unbelievable to see 5 rounds with you guys. But I really thought it was impressive that, again, with the takedown defense, but even when you got taken down, the way you stood up, then the triangle, and then, like you said, stopping the takedown, going for the guillotine. What do you credit to that? Because obviously, you know, that's really impressive to get a guy like Gastelum to take you down and you pop right back up. And how do you think that affected the fight from there?
Full credit to Andre Paulette. Andre Paulette's my wrestling coach, and he's just, so bruh, he's the guy. Like, without him, my wrestling would be shit, you know? And the difference between him and other wrestling coaches is he actually fights. So he knows what to look for. And we're hacking the game in the grappling department. And Eugene as well, our 10 a.m. squad. We're actually, I kept on telling him for months, like, teach me how to guillotine. This is like last year, like early, like I've got the arms for it. Whatever, because he just knows me. Like, sometimes I get crazy with certain things, but when it was time, which is this year, over the last 2 months, we've been going over the front headlock position and other things. There was even one point I was gonna go for that DOS, but I knew he would yell at me. I knew he would be like, fuck, because he was slippery, and that's when I had the front headlock position. I thought about it, but thing is, when I think about it, don't do it. Just go, like that elbow. I didn't think about it. You just flow. But I credit it to all my team. Like, literally, we've done the work behind the scenes, and no one ever sees it. A lot of stuff that no one ever sees. You know, even Twist, my trainer, my boxing trainers, his mom passed away a week ago, and I told him, like, look, I know, you know, you don't have to be here. He's like, no, I want to. And he said his mom would have wanted him to be here as well. So I appreciated him coming to share this moment with me, you know, with us as a team.
And I know you gave respect to Gastelum, said that he surprised you with his jab. Anything else that really surprised you with him? And is there anything that you're taking away that you're really happy about other than the title as far as your performance tonight? Because I know you were a little hard on yourself at first, kind of picking away at some of the things that Gastelum was able to do. But what would you be most proud of walking away from that fight tonight?
My will, my heart, my ability to, like, adjust on the fly and listen to my coaches, to actually listen. Because a lot of people, like I said, I can see why they break when they're in there under pressure from someone like him or someone else. Because they see, oh, fuck, they're weak mentally, so they don't want to be there. And I've done this to people. I did it to Rob Wilkinson. I did it to Brunson as well. Because I can just tell they don't want to be there. They want out. So you have to give them a way out, but not me. I was talking to myself. It was weird, like I was in a third-person mode, and I could see. I was like, okay. I don't want to say what I said to myself, but after the 4th round, before the 5th round, I kept on saying, Ayabiekun. And in Yoruba, that means heart of a lion. And I looked across the cage from him in the octagon. I was like, you and me, like, we're going to die right here. One of us. And I want to watch that 5th round again, because that's some movie type shit. That's some, like Dana said, Stars Born again.
Israel, Izzy, you said the biggest fight of your life was against Anderson Silva. After going to war with Kelvin and having those 5 rounds and touching that gold strap, have you changed your mind?
Yes, I have. That was the toughest fight of my career, physically. Still mentally, the Silva fight for me was a barrier I had to get over mentally, but physically, this was the hardest fight of my career, bar none.
Before you take that shiny strap to Australia and back home, where's the first place you're going to celebrate?
New Zealand. We're going to New Zealand. This is where the strap belongs, New Zealand, and then taking it back to Nigeria as well. Australia's already got some fucking fake Aussie parading with one of these as well. I don't even think he has one of these. Yeah, one of these. He's on that old system. We're on that new flex. Don't worry about it. We're on that new flex. So yeah, we're taking this back to New Zealand.
Hey, Israel. First of all, just thanks because that fight was amazing.
Thank you.
Been asking all the fighters. Tomorrow is the season premiere of the final season of Game of Thrones. Are you a fan? And if so, who do you think sits on the Iron Throne at the end of things?
I've never seen an episode of Game of Thrones.
2 for 2. It's devastating.
But if someone can tell me in New Zealand, because we don't have like the streaming service you guys have for HBO or whatever it is over there, but if someone in New Zealand can just like plug me up, I just got a whole entertainment system in my house, like 4K projector. My brother, shout out to my brother David, he hooked that all up. But yeah, literally, if someone can like plug me up all the seasons, all the episodes in 4K, I'll be willing to watch it. And I'll still disregard this season. I'll catch up anyway, but I don't know, there's dragons, eggs, and Jon Snow, I heard, and shame, Jeff, shame. Everyone, shame Jeff, shame. It's an inside joke. But yeah, I know the memes and stuff, but yeah, I'd like to get into it. I've just been busy, you know, running shit.
Thanks.
Thanks, you guys. I appreciate you, and yeah. Yay, I did it. Please, no. Hold your applause. Was that? You said you said. Flex.